speaker, Professor S. Rajan sir. I am Ashwini Kumar, and I welcome you on behalf of Indian Research Scholar Association. And and this session will be on the idea generation for quantitative research, paper writing. And for this, we have with us Professor S. Rajan sir. Sir is chief editor of journal, which is a Scopus Index journal. So before starting the session, I would like to call Vikas sir to introduce Professor Speaker sir.
Oh, sir, Professor Rajan sir have limited time. Only 1 hour, sir have. So, I have shared the CV of Professor Rajan sir to the WhatsApp group. So, participants, you all can understand the prestigious and renowned work of the Professor Rajan sir. And sir, you have accepted our invitation. So, on the behalf of the IRSA, I would like to welcome to you, sir. You're most welcome in this session. So now you can start the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Vikas and other people. And I would like to, it's not like a one-way traffic. I would like to call upon people to really two-way traffic to know more about you people's work and how we can help you. At least some of you can publish in what is called the good journal. Now, I am what is called the founding editor-in-chief of the journal called Migration Development, which was right now published by Sage. It was earlier published by Taylor and Francis, so it is almost completing 13 years now. And so also I'm an editorial board of several journals, and I work with almost now all the publishers in globally. I work with Springer, I work with Sage, Taylor and Francis, Palgrave, Cambridge University Press, and other publishers. So I thought I will talk to you people some type of ideas where you people can look at it and publish, because today the world is publications, because if you want a promotion, you need publication. If you want to submit your thesis, you need at least 2 publications. Everything. Today the world depends upon your Scopus Index journal, your Google Scholars, what is your, what is called H index, I don't know. People talk about that. And everybody talking about so many things now. Publication is very important. Of course, there are good publishing, there are bad publishers, bad journal, good journal, medium journal. Journal will appear and then next day it will not appear. I met a lot of people because I was a dean of the social sciences in Kannur University for a few years as a honorary capacity. Then I used to go to many colleges for promotion. The professor will say that I have applied for this position, but then, sir, I did not have 3 papers. I published 1 paper in the journal and it was there in the care list. Now that is removed by the care list because it's a bad journal. Now I have no paper. So people are waiting to publish even 1 paper to get their promotion for 3 years, 4 years. A lot of things are happening. So, but 1 paper publishing is not a big thing for people like me. But then the ideas, journals, these are all very, very important. So this is what I am going to talk to you people. Before I ask, because I see the people, of course, I was told 100 people have registered, but I see something close to 50 people. Now 51 people are there right now. So excluding me, there are 50 people. So after these people, I just want to know how many of you have not published still any paper, or how many of you have published paper. Any one of you can, from the 50 people, sir, I have not published a paper. Somebody, or somebody says I have published a paper. Then I would like to meet these 2 people in the class, not all of them, at least one of them from this group, sir. I have never published a paper. I just joined for PhD. I have never published. Somebody who is in the final stage, he said, I have published a paper, but I'm not happy with the journal, what I published. Okay, I'm seeing one name, Jyoti Yadav. Please, Jyoti, can you open your video also? So that I see people and Lavanya. So we have 2 people now for the debate now. So we'll start with Jyoti and Lavanya. Jyoti, can you also open the video and introduce what are you doing and what is your qualification and what is that? Then you tell me that you belong to which category, not published or published category. Jyoti, followed by Lavanya. Jyoti, please. Jyoti, you can speak.
Actually, Professor Rajan sir, I think they have raised their hand by mistake, and We will take the questions.
No. Just let her speak.
Let them speak. They have to speak, and you can unmute and speak, because that's very important, because people should speak. Yeah, Jyoti. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Myself Jyoti Yadav, and I'm research scholar at Indira Gandhi University, Mirpur, that is in Haryana. And I recently joined as a PhD scholar and completed my coursework. So now we are working on our synopsis. However, I have attended 2 to 3 conferences just to know about my field, that how to publish a paper, how to attend any conference. But I have till now I had not published any papers.
And
We
what
are
is the
working on our
topic?
synopsis, sir.
What is the topic you are working on, Jyoti?
Sir, I am from marketing management. I am thinking to work on topic greenwashing marketing.
Okay. Good, Jyoti. Jyoti has not published, but she's joined and she's finalizing the research proposal. It's a good thing. You are going to something learned from today. Lavanya, can you say something? Jyoti, you can close your, not video, you can close your mic.
Okay,
So
sir.
that,
Very good afternoon, sir.
Lavanya, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Very good afternoon, sir. I am a research scholar, and it's my third year of PhD has been completed, and I'm doing it from marketing science. So right now, I have attended conferences in IIMs, NITs, and ICSSR based conferences. But as far as talking about publication, I have started writing papers, and I am improvising them, the ones that I have written for conferences. And one of the paper that I have sent is for Scopus, and that is journalist TQM, and that is, I think, Q1 based journal, but it's still in process, and I haven't got reply.
Okay. Good, Lavanya. So one more person, any one of you other than Jyoti, Lavanya, can you raise? You can put your hands down. Jyoti also. One more person, anyone would like to give your opinion? Then we will have some discussion on that, the publication issue. Any one of you? Okay. Now this is about the journal article. It's a journal article. We are talking about the first category is a journal article. But some of you probably published an article in an edited book. Because if you say, like Lavanya said, she attended a conference, and the conference people will bring out a volume. Like I published some edited book, because some conference people asked me, please write, sir, we are publishing. So somebody raised their hands and went immediately. So if you can, anybody published a paper, not referred journal, but maybe a good publisher, but then it's published in a book. I have a chapter in a book. Anybody has right now? Anyone would like to raise your hands and then speak? Okay, I think I will have some discussion on that. Now things, please remember, publishing is very easy. Because people like me, I have published. You can go and look at in my name in the Google Scholar. I have published. I have published many things, because I started publishing since 1982. So my publication started in 1982. I joined for my postgraduate, after postgraduate. Because I did my BA Economics, I'm an economics scholar. I did my MA Economics, and then I did my postgraduate diploma in demography in IIPS Mumbai. I completed 83, then I finished my PhD in 87. So I got PhD when I was probably 29, and I started publishing after joining my PhD. Probably in 82, 83, I started publishing, but not many papers. And 87, I joined as a faculty in Center for Development Studies, one of the leading institute of the HSR Institute. I was there till I retired 3 years back. Now I am the currently chair of the International Institute for Migration and Development. I am also editor of a journal, which I run sitting in this room where you can see. But it's a global journal. So it's not like you will not see the paper, because, last 2 years I received, as an editor, we received something like 65 papers, and 30 papers were rejected in the test itself. I'm going to talk about that. But publication is very simple, but it's also very difficult. Now, there are different types of journal. Some of you sitting here, for example, today there are journal. You can pay 5,000 rupees, you can get article published. I know journals. I can give you hundreds of journal existing now. You just pay 5,000 or 10,000, you can publish paper. It can be a UGC CARES journal. it may be enough for you to get your PhD, because 2 publications you have to do before your PhD is up. You can get that thing. It is approved in the UGC. But then they do collect some money. Some people publish without money, but there are journals now available. You can pay processing fee and get it published. It's available in different market level. But I am not talking about those journals. I am talking about a real journal where you see the journal is running by a decent publisher. There are journals running by the university sometimes. University might have a journal, institute might have a journal, but I am right now talking to you, any journal you want to publish, first you should look at them. Who is publishing the journal? First task, like Jyoti said, the management, Lavanya said, the management. Somebody might be working on, climate change. Somebody might be working on agriculture, because I have no time to look at your profile. Somebody might be working on gender studies. Somebody might be working on hardcore finance. Yeah, you may have a different discipline, because today the world is interdisciplinary. Economics, sociology, political science, history, sociology, anthropology, ethnography. You will have several things. Before you think of an article to be published, first you should look at it, which journal you want to publish. Now, please remember, there are journals. We call them A-class journal. A-class means probably we will never publish there. Because, for example, when I started working on demography, I asked my professors, sir, which is the #1 journal in demography? #1 journal. Like that, you might be management, you may be sociology. You should ask your professor, or you should search which is the journal which you want to publish. #1 journal, which you may not be able to publish, but you should dream that. And when I was student, I asked them, then somebody told me the journal is called, you can go now look at it, called Population and Development. There's a journal called Population and Development. When you have free time, don't look at it right now, just to give an idea for you. Then this became my dream journal. Like, you may all talk about dream jobs. Everything people talk about dream car, dream boyfriend, some people dream girlfriend. Everybody have some dreams, dream jobs, dream house, dream, everybody dream. I want car like this, a small car, big car like that. This is a dream journal. All of you should dream about the journal where you really want to publish before you die. Before you die, because some of the journals, there are hundreds of journals in the world now. There may be 3,000, 4,000 journals there. Even in a lifetime, none of you will be able to publish all journals in the world. Probably I might have published in maybe 150 journals. But there are hundreds of journals I never published. Many journals rejected my paper. Many journals asked me to revise. Many journals, after revising, they rejected my paper. My article was rejected, even test reject. So it's not like you submit, even now today I submit, my article can be rejected. Because we talk about anonymous review. Anonymous review, of course, the editor will know who is the person. Because when I get an anonymous review article for publication, I can go and look at it as the editor. Who is that person? Is it Vikas Kumar? Is it Manai Sautri? Is it Salu? Or is it Aswani Kumar? I can look at it. Then I can look at it. Who is this boy? Where he is doing PhD? Is he doing in IIT? Is he doing in IIM? Is he doing in Central University? Or is he doing in a college? By looking at that, I will also see what is the quality of the paper. And then I can look at the paper, I can reject it. Or I can send it for review, anonymous review. Then the reviewer will come back to me with the points. So you have to think of your dream journal, which you will not publish now, but you have to always think. Now, my idea was the dream journal was for demography, was a population development. Then I went to see the journal. My God, the journal is very old journal. There are only 10 Indians who have published. Only 10 Indians have published. And then I asked, where are these Indians are there? These Indians are in America. They are holding Indian name, but they are in America. You may have some Rao. He's not in Andhra Pradesh. Rao is in Yale University. I just met one person right now, Narasimha Rao. He's in Yale University, but you may say Rao, but actually Rao is not from Hyderabad. He's in Yale. So when he sends a paper from Yale University to this journal, there's a possibility that article will be at least considered. If the article is going from one of the small university from Haryana to the journal may not reach the level to be published. Then I thought something I should work with somebody who can really take my paper to the level. Then I located one author who was in abroad. He was a PhD student. I was a PhD student. We know each other when we were doing PhD in the 80s. We were grown up after 10 years. And when we were 45, we decided we should work together for that dream journal. And we published a paper there. So that should be the spirit in which you work. You are not just attending my class. You have to spirit. I want to publish. But that will not happen to you immediately. But you need publication right now, not to the topmost. But you should look at the journal. Where do you want to publish? So as a student of any subject, you should first list what are the journals available globally where I can publish my ideas. It can be management. It can be any subject. You list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you listed 10 journals. Then after looking at the journal, today it's available in the online. You can look at the journal. You can look at it, who is publishing. You can look at it, what is called the citation index. How many people cite the article? They say impact factor. When I told one of the professors in Canada, I want to publish a paper in a journal called Global Food Security. If somebody is working on agriculture, you can go look at the journal, Global Food Security. Not foods, I think food. I did a mistake. Global Food Security. When I thought we can publish a paper there. Then I told somebody, they said, no, it's very difficult to publish. It's an impact factor is 9. Any journal in the country, you may say 0.1, 0.1, 0.21. It's an impact factor, social science 9. I said, I don't care about 9. I think my idea is good. I should publish that. It's a Elsevier journal. Not one. We publish now 2 papers in the same journal. Impact factor is 9. So you should look at it. Sometimes you think you have a bright idea. If you think, then you should aim at that bigger journal. So you should look at the journal. And then once you choose the journal, there are say 8 journals you look at in your area. So pick up one journal. You think, I want my work. I'm doing a PhD. My work. I think if I can publish in this journal, I'm very happy. So you come with the ranking of the journal. Then come to the rank. This journal if I publish, I'm okay. The first thing you should do is that you should look at the journal for last 10 years. Many of us, I see, because I get articles. Many of us, they never look at the journal. So many of us, for example, somebody sent me a paper in migration development, not looking at it. Anything. How the journal is running for last 12 years, what type of article they publish. Do they publish qualitative studies? Do they publish high-power quantitative studies? They run regression, or they can write article based on the case studies. You should review the journal before you publish. You have to see the journal, look at the volumes. What was the thing? What was the theme? Do they have any special issue? What is that focus? You may have something in the objective of the journal. But please remember, you should look at the journal because you want to publish that. And you should look at it, what type of article they publish. Is it a real idea where I can publish my work or my work cannot be published? Then you can change the journal. So first you have to understand the journal. So what happened, many people, sometimes they think, for example, you go to the migration development where I am editor-in-chief. Now, what people do, migration development, editor-in-chief is in Trivandrum, International Institute for Migration Development. They go and look at my website. They said, oh, editor is in Trivandrum. Editor is in Trivandrum, but this is a global journal. At the same time, there is a journal called International Migration Review. Published by same SAGE. Migration Development published by SAGE. I am sitting in Trivandrum, Kerala. SAGE is publishing another journal on migration called International Migration. The editor is in America. That's a lady. I know her, I met her, I discussed with her. Now people think because I am the editor, I get a paper. Internal migration in Pune. Internal migration in Pune. The journal cannot fit in because they think the editor is in India. They are writing to the journal. But they look at the journal for last 13 years. This journal has published article globally. This journal has published already article from 130 countries. But people think the editor is in Trivandrum. They will write to the internal migration in Kottayam district. Sorry, we cannot publish. This is a global journal, only editor is there. My sitting here will not help you. So you should read the journal. But there are journal says it's an Indian journal. You look at one journal called Indian Economic Journal. It is called Indian Economic Journal. The journal which I manage, it is called Migration Development. There is no region specific. You should look at the journal like that. There is no region. Migrant development, it is a global journal. Somebody can write from, I got an article last week from Fiji. 5 weeks back, I got an article from Mexico. 8 weeks back, I got an article from Iran. And somebody, India, sending an article from, a study from Murshidabad district in West Bengal. Then I tell my board, they said, sir, you immediately don't waste. Within 24 hours, you test recite the paper. Within 24 hours, that person gets the mail saying that your paper is desk rejected. Why? You have your paper. We are not talking about the paper, it is good or not. That paper may be the excellent paper, but the place where you send was there, not an appropriate place. Many of us do this. You have to send it to an appropriate place to publish an article. Now you have a journal, it's called Indian Economic Journal. Suppose somebody is sending from America labor market, they can send it to Indian Economic Journal. They may publish it, but it is on India. Somebody wants to study COVID-19 and how it affected the economy of India. If they send it to Indian Economic Journal, they will be very happy. They will send it for review. If the article is good, they will publish it. And similarly, there's a journal called Indian Journal of Labor Economics. It is saying that Indian Journal. The migration development is not Indian journal. But we think, I have conducted 300 household in Haryana or 200 household in, I got some paper from Kendrapada in Odisha. I've been to Kendrapada. There is somebody written of the climate change impact on Kendrapada. But Kendrapada can be published in my journal. But then they have to write a big way. How the climate change is affecting India. And there are lots of floods in India, floods in Chennai, floods in Kerala, lot of landslides. So you have to focus on that. To study that, I did a small study in Kendrapada. If they can give me that background, this article can be published. But then they have to take me to read. When I read the paper, I should feel it. It's a Kendrapada study, but even somebody sitting in Sri Lanka will say, there's a study talks about climate change. Somebody sitting in Bangladesh, somebody sitting in South Africa. We also have the coastal belt. What the study finding in Kendrapada is applicable to Cape Town in South Africa. They should feel that. That feeling are you giving to your article? Probably no. Then you are not talking about that global. You are just did a small survey, then you run a small table and send me an article to climate change and tsunami affected areas in Kendrapada in Odisha. Please remember, if you want an article to be published, you have to get into the appropriate journal. Don't look at the editor is in India, editor is in Mumbai, editor is in Delhi. No. I am sitting in Trivandrum, but I am not an editor for a journal called Indian Economic Journal. I am editor journal called Migration Development. We publish global articles. If I'm editor for Indian Economic Journal, I may publish articles out every issue. I am publishing say 8 papers in India, there'll be 6 will be on India. If you go and look at it, the last issue of the Migration Development, I had no paper on India. One on Bangladesh, one on Turkey, one on Mexico, one on Dubai, and no paper on India. But Indian Economic Journal, Indian Journal of Labor Economics, Murshidabad district, there may be a paper in the Journal of Labor Economics. So you should not, because many of us, when you have started working, you are sending to one place and then you get rejected, then you get upset. My God, my article got rejected, sir. Then that is your depression starts in your mind. Oh my God, sir, my first paper, sir, it's like a first love letter. You give somebody a letter and they say, throw the letter. Then the matter ends. Oh, love failure. No, sorry. Because you have to get an appropriate journal. I think many of us, appropriate journal. Please think that. That is the one point. The second point, don't look at the editor. Somebody after the desk rejected, he wrote to me, sir, you rejected my paper. Sorry, I didn't reject my paper. Your paper is good. But remember, I know you. But my role is not your friend now. I am an editor-in-chief of a global journal called Migration Development, published by JACE. The journal is available globally. Your article can be downloaded in anywhere in the world. So I am not your friend because, sir, I am from India. Sir, I am from Kerala, sir. Please publish my paper. I can't do. Because my journal territory is there. And then you are talking about one state, you should send it to Indian journal. There are Indian journal, Indian Sociological Review. There are a lot of journals for your own subject, management, gender studies, Indian Journal of Gender Studies. No problem. We send a paper on women left to begin in Kerala. They publish our paper because it's on India. Kerala is part of India. So always think as an appropriate journal based on your area. Then you expand that. Then there are journals you might have seen, something called South Asia. There are many journals will call South Asian Economic Journal, South Asia Quarterly, South Asia thing, South Asia, South Asia, South Asia. South Asia means India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, some 8 countries, Afghanistan. Now, if you think your paper is good, you can try with South Asian Journal because it just talks about South Asia. So South Asia means then you are expanding. No, my article can go to South Asia, not Indian Journal. So you should imagine that my article fits well to the South Asian Journal. And there are East Asia Journal. Singapore, Malaysia, Japan. And there are journal on China. There is a journal called China Report, published by SAGE. Then I thought I should publish a paper on China. How do I publish? Because I want to publish a paper in China Report, which is published by SAGE, and the title is China Report. But I thought I should publish a paper. Then I thought, what are the China problem? I know China problem is there are more old people in China. I thought, oh, brilliant idea. I will write about how India is handling elderly, what lessons China can learn from India. I wrote the paper, it was reviewed, it was published. I can publish in China Report because I understood their problem. And I said, look, we have solution from India. I am giving you elderly long-term care, short-term care, old age pension, or the insurance for the people who are 70 and above announced in the India. So when I tell them, then the editor reads, it is not about China, but China people will read, they will get some ideas. So you should always think, what are you offering to the journal? What are you offering? One sentence. I always tell my students, because I guided close to 20 students per PhD. Recently, for example, one of my students published a paper in World Development. Another student was published in Aging International. Another student is published in, say, Global Food Security. We publish. You can go and look at my profile. We publish a lot. I always ask my students, your abstract should reflect your paper. Your abstract should reflect your paper. As an editor-in-chief, I get, say, 5 papers in a week to my journal. 5 papers. You think I will read all the 5 papers as editor-in-chief? No. No editor-in-chief will read all the 5 papers. But I will read abstract. I was not rejected. Even I ask somebody to look at it, they say you desk reject. I will read abstract. I will not read the full paper. I will read abstract is 100 words. That 100 words, are you able to tell a story to me? Are you able? You are not there. You are not with me. You are not talking in my room or sitting with me, sir, telling, explaining, sir, this is my idea, sir, this is my article, this is my PhD thesis. I'm not, you are not there. I don't see Lavanya there. I just send you a Lavanya, send me a paper. I read the abstract. I don't know her. The abstract, you are not able to tell me what the paper is about. You have failed there. Or failed there. That moment you are rejected. Immediately you are rejected. If you are a good editor-in-chief will decide this paper can go for review or not. By looking at the abstract. You might have spent 3 years for your PhD. But your abstract is not reflective of what you are going to say in the paper. What we are looking at the abstract, you may not have told me about the method you have used. Probably you have not told me about the data you have used. You wrote something. Some 100 word abstract, you write 100 word. No. The editor, I look for at least, what is this idea? Like I told you, when I want to publish a paper in China report, my idea is elderly. Like that, your idea. That idea, you are able to convince me in that 100 words. It is, I always say, the abstract is like a trial to the movie. Before movie comes, they send you a trailer. 3-minute trailer. Oh, movie is good. Movie has not come. Only trailer. And many people see the trailer and don't see the movie. Movie is very bad. Trailer was good, movie is bad. The abstract should be good for me to lead me to read the article. How the producers and the actors and the directors, they are able to sell their movie through the 3-minute or 2-minute a teaser, a trailer, or they will release first song. That song will attract such a way people will go and see the movie. It's not just for movie, it is also for your paper. You have to think. Because I may not have time to read. But if you can give me your idea in that 100 words, I should feel, this is from Kendrapada, but still I think I should send for review. So you should motivate me to read your paper. Like the producer, actors, editors, and the music directors, they release that one song. Oh my God, that song of, 3, 2, or Singam Again, or Pulbaya. You say, oh, this movie will win in November. Why? That song is good. Oh, the trial is good. What is your trailer? Write a paper. What is the trailer for you? The trailer is an abstract. The abstract is good. I'm able to understand many things. I will be able to send your paper for review at least. Reviewer can reject your paper, but the first success for you is that your paper should not be rejected, desk reject. But the desk reject can be done only by you. I am rejecting your paper as a desk reject, but it's all depend upon what you given to me. I decide based on your thing, not by anybody. What you given to me, the trailer of 3 minutes or the 150 words or 100 words, that will give me yes. I think this paper should go for review. 2 reviews. There are journal has 2 reviews. There are journal has 3 reviews, 2 reviews. And one fellow might say reject, one fellow might say accept, then I have sent it to another review. Then one fellow say major revision. Then I will send it to major revision to the author. Author will send back to me. Sir, I revised the paper. These are my explanation. Then I send it to the author. You ask for major revision. Now you think, can we accept? He says, yes, we can accept. He has taken 80% of my comment. He write accept. Then I write you a letter. Your paper is accepted to be published in the migration development. Then the sage will sign a contract. And then your article will come online first. And then your article will come an issue which we decide. There's a lot of process. But you are not allowed yourself to be even processed. You are test rejected. As I said earlier, I received 60 papers. 35 were test rejected. 35 were desk rejected. But please remember, they are not bad papers. They are not bad paper. They are not sent it to the appropriate journal. Some people, even I write to them. Because I also feel for the others. You have done a PhD, your work is good, should be published, but you send it to wrongly to me. It's like a missed call. You are calling somebody, you want to call somebody, some Rajan, but you call me, wrong person. Missed call. Or you said, oh, sorry, sir, I want to call somebody, wrongly I called you. You are sent your manuscript to the wrong journal. Please, this is something very, very important, because I don't want none of you, right now 69 people are attending, none of you who have already published is fine. Whenever you submit a paper in your lifetime, you should not get desk reject. And desk reject is possible only because of, it is rejected because of what you given to me. Please don't think that editor should read your full paper. I'm sorry, I will not read. If I ask any of my colleague, please look at the paper, they'll read the abstract. Sir, no, sir, this cannot test. It will be rejected by somebody, sir. Why you are wasting your time and our time and the girl's time? You know, okay. Mansi send you a paper, tell her today, she send me today morning, send her tomorrow, sir, it is desk rejected. She can try somewhere. Why you are holding it, you know that it will be rejected after 6 months. And many of you sitting here, the journal will send it for referee. After 6 months, they will say the referee comments were not favorable. We are rejecting your article. Some of you might have heard that like this in your lifetime. That is possible. That is possible. But risk reject can be avoided. Please raise your please or any questions you want to ask. We will have 2 to 3 minutes for that. Then I'll get to the second part of my. I'm working on the journal for quite some time. I can speak to you hours and hours. But you can always. I can also send you my. I send you my institute. The institute website, I normally share with people. This is my email address. Some of you are working on my topic related, because I'm a demographer, economics. I talk about fertility, mortality, migration, other things. If any one of you working on the similar subject, you want to have a one-to-one meeting at some stage, you can always call me up. Okay, so any questions, any clarification before I move, please talk. It should not be one-way traffic. I want someone to speak. Then only you will learn something. Otherwise, you will sit here and learn and go. You should tell what I told you is correct. Or anybody sitting here out of the 70 people, any one of you got the letter from the journal, desk reject. Anybody who got desk reject, can you talk to me now? Somebody definitely you might have got desk reject. Anybody? Sir, I sent you a paper that was rejected, desk reject. Any one of you in the class? Nobody? Everybody paper is accepted or what?
Sir, actually, sir, I sent a paper to MP ITSA, Manohar Parkar Institute of Defense Studies.
Okay.
So they did not reject it. They gave a lot of. They wanted a lot of changes in my paper. It was based on some aerospace power, because that time there was a shift from Indian Air Force doctrine was a new doctrine. It was new conceptualized. So I was writing a paper on that. So they wanted a lot of changes is my article. Then I finally thought that I could not make such a changes. So I went on to other listed journal, then they published it. So this was my experience.
So the point is that what I said, the appropriate journal, maybe one thing, and also anybody other than Astus Kumar, anybody has article which you send. For example, when I send, right now at least you can send email. I remember when I was doing like you PhD, when I was doing my PhD between 82 to 86. I know some of you probably not born. Some of you may be born after 86. I got my degree in 86, so it is almost 30 plus years. Some of you may be younger than when I got my PhD. So at that time, there is no email. So we have to post it. And I'll get the post. We instructed the article, it was rejected. I used to get a lot of articles. Now at least I sent a mail today morning, you get a letter. Like for example, in our journal, we do desk reject within 24 hours. We don't take more time. 24 hours, you will get the news. Your paper is desk rejected. So anybody in the class desk rejected?
Hello, sir.
Abhilasas, yeah, please, yeah. Anurag, yeah.
Yes, I see in my abstract for the publication, but on the basis of abstract, I got rejected.
Okay.
But it took 1 month, sir. After 1 month, I get the message that my abstract is not appropriate for the journal.
No, I think very important, Anurag. You are right. Your comment is very important because that abstract is that I told you like it's a trailer for the movie. You have to be extra careful. You should read. Get that 100 words. I think 100. Some journal will say 150 words. You cannot write it's not like a long overview. That one paragraph, a larger paragraph, maybe 8 sentences, 9 sentences. I think that should be very, 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 you are able to tell about that article from that. I think that's very important, Anurag. I think all of you should think that my abstract is appropriate to the journal and am I able to express my idea through the abstract. But the problem is many of us, please remember when I read your abstract, I don't know you. That's why I tell my students, when I'm sitting in front of my room, the students discuss with me. I tell them I am not there. How do you send me a letter where you are informing your ideas? What you are expressing to me? Yes, Astus. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, what is difference between in-text citation and footnote?
Index citation and what is another one?
Footnote.
Footnotes. Footnotes, endnotes, all are has some meaning. Footnotes, endnotes. I think that should be a another special lecture for you people. It's like a part of the referencing system. So sometimes people some journals say there should be no footnotes. Only you can have endnotes. Some people will say no footnotes, no endnotes. You should refer them directly. If you are suddenly you are defining something, put the author, and put the author name and the year name. No need to give the no need to give the footnote. That footnotes you can explain inside, it's fine. You don't need to have. I think that is something it's a very little bit technical on the referencing system like APA, this referencing system, English system. Every journal will have their own system, style, style. That is part of that.
Okay.
And any one of you in the class, your paper was rejected after review. Anybody is there? Sir, after review, the referees rejected my paper. My article rejected several times by the referees, not by the editors. Anyone has that? You are not alone. Even I am with you people because my article also rejected after referees. After 6 months, 8 months, I get a letter saying that's after referee comment that referee comments are not favorable. So as the editor, I'm rejecting your paper. Anyone? Other than who spoke already? Vikas Kumar, you want to say anything? Vikas?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir. But my several paper has been rejected from the after the reviews. Several papers like the Economic Political Weekly and one from the Innovation and Development Millennium Asia, like this, yes, sir.
But you said EPW. I have published in EPW. I have published in EPW 45 papers.
Oh, congratulations to you. Only one paper, only my one book review has been published there. Yeah, only one.
And EPW, I did a special issue for EPW. And let us listen to Sanjay. Sanjay Hadar. Yes, Sanjay. Sanjay, can you introduce and speak, Sanjay? Are you able to speak, Sanjay? Sanjay?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah, please. No, okay. I saw your, yeah. So, yeah, I saw your hand is raised. So, I think there is something important about that is the appropriateness and abstract, and then study the journal. There's a journal called Man in India. Either I should publish there. But what I'm studying about man, yes, I normally look at the journal, oh, this I should publish in my lifetime. I think like that. I have, like, it's like a motivation. Like, this journal I can publish. I think with my capability, you should look at your capability, my topic. This journal is possible. And you should work towards that. You should read the journal, you should look at the journal, look at the things, like that you should look at it. So I think this is something very important. Now anybody here published an article in Economic and Political Weekly? Because you are not published. Am I right? Because you have published a book review.
Book review, sir.
You are not published an article in EPW.
Yes, sir. Some article has been published. One in MIDS, Review Development and Change, and one in the Millennium Asia, one Indian Journal of Public Administration says, and my one paper has been accepted in the Innovation and Development, the editor of, I think, the Professor Joseph. So only 3 papers I have published in the Scopus here, 2-3 papers here.
Okay, and any one of you has published in Economic and Political Weekly sitting here out of the 72 participants? Any one of you have ever published a paper in Economic and Political Weekly? This is a journal name.
Only book review has been published. Only my book review.
Okay. Anybody send it? They rejected the paper. This is the journal name. It comes out every week. Some of you probably may know that. It's like anybody can publish that because it's like an interdisciplinary journal, not economics, not finance, not social. Any article can be published. As I said earlier, I have published probably every year. I publish at least one paper. If I don't write that, the editor will call me. You forget about us or what? You are not writing anything to us. So I want to tell you a story of the EPW because some of you might be that also you should learn. Because I remember when I was working with the editor sometime back in 1980s, I went to his office in 81 and I was doing my PhD in Mumbai. The editor passed away. He's a very old editor. I told him that how do you select paper in EPW? He said, every week we receive something like 30 to 40 articles every week. We can publish only 2 papers every week. So we have to reject 38 articles. But some article we cannot reject because Amartya Sen is sending me an article I can't reject. How can I reject Amartya Sen article? But he can reject Irudaya Rajan article. He can reject Lavanya article. He can reject Mansi Sautri. But how can he reject Manmohan Singh article? Manmohan Singh writes in the Economic and Political Weekly. You can't reject Manmohan Singh article. My God. Oh, because Manmohan Singh. So then he told me, I was surprised. He said that, that is not like a big review system. He said, from where the article comes, I can decide the quality of the paper. Suppose the article comes from IIT. Let me read the paper. If an article comes from an assistant professor working in a remote college in one district, he may think, how can a person write a good paper in a college in a remote village? He may not have any review, reference and other thing. How do you write? So it may not be even read. So I think this is something, but now the whole things are changed every place. Now that people read and other things. So this is something I wanted to you appropriate another thing. The last point I wanted to make before we wind up is that you should dream. Publication is like a dream. I want to see my name printed in the journal. It's not simple because it's not like printing. You are printing in your own house. You write in a notebook my name, Jyoti, Anurag. You can write in a notebook. The journal you want to print your name, it is not easy. This is not your father's property. This is not your family business. I want to publish an article in a journal. I don't know anybody. Maybe the editor knows me. But I have to send you a paper. It has to be reviewed. The reviewer should say it is good. And then it is accepted. Then it is published. My name comes in the paper. Then it goes to the review system. Then it is cited by people. You feel very proud that your article is cited. But all happens because that you are dreamed to publish. You have to dream to publish. I think that is very, very important. Second idea I want you to tell you is that there are many journals has special issues. Special issues. Now, for example, right now, I'm editing special issue for 4 journals. One is Global Food Security, Elsevier. The time is closed now. We are finalizing the paper already. 8 papers already published. Then I'm publishing one paper in one journal in Journal of Social and Economic Development. This is Springer Journal. The first one is Elsevier. Then currently I'm editing one more journal called Regional Environment Change. It is on climate change. It is also Springer. I'm editing another journal right now, special issue, only special issue, Climate and Development, Taylor and Francis. I work with several journals as a special issue. Now you should look for special issue invitation. But most of the journal which I'm right now editing is almost, except the last 2 on climate development, I think it is still maybe few weeks there. REC, it's all very top-most journal on climate change, migration, agriculture, livelihood, the tsunami, we help them see that this is the right. What is the right? Or article sent to the right referee. Now, many times as an editor, I get paper. Sometimes sending to your article to the wrong person. That person don't understand the method. Example, I wrote an article, one journal. It was rejected based on the referee comments. I wrote to the editor saying that, thank you very much, my article was rejected, but I feel the reviewer which you have chosen was not the right reviewer for my. I wrote to you. Everybody can write. You can write to me. My article is rejected because the referee report. But it should be genuine. The editor told me that I have not looked at the referee report. I searched the paper came. I told one of the assistants to find 2 referees. They found 2 referees. And the report came. I have not read the report. Based on everything, I have not even looked at the paper. I rejected. I said, sir, please look at my paper. And after reading my paper, he said, Rajan, we have sent it to the wrong referee your paper. Thanks for finding out. Then I said, sir, can I resubmit? You submit, resubmit. I resubmitted. The editor knows I resubmitted. I told him that I have now resubmitted. He sent it to 2 referees, whom he thinks the best referee for that work, my paper. And both referees said, minor revision. He wrote me that your paper is accepted. Look here, same editor wrote me 6 months back. Because I also make mistakes. I am an editor, I make mistakes. And I am a genuine person. I do everything that my decision is correct. Sorry. We make mistakes. So the point is that what I want is right journal is your decision.
right? Abstract is you can make it. Someday I make a mistake, right? Referees, you can even point it out. If I mistake, I will tell them, somebody can say, you can make it as a good player, but then I will read. I better read earlier. And I will make it based on somebody. Vikas says this boy is bad. I rejected that boy because Vikas told me. Somebody, somebody asked me that I want to come to for a